researchers say guys are more into themselves than girls are into themselves.
That's right. Here to react to this is Fox News contributor and psychiatrist Dr. Keith Ablow. So you would fall into this category, Dr. Keith, by this study of 500,000 people, and they studied 3 aspects of gender narcissism. What do you have to say about this? Because they looked at leadership and authority, right? That's the first one.
Right.
Exhibitionism and grandiose manner, and then entitlement. So what does this mean?
Look, here's what they did. They looked at many studies over the course of a long period of time with almost 500,000 people. And they say that when they look at that and they look at the conclusions of other folks and they're collecting their data and kind of pooling it, they say, look, men tend to be more entitled, more aggressive, and I don't know that that's a surprise. And I don't know that it means that we're born that way or that somehow there's some pathology afoot here, which the authors tend to say this is a bad thing. But listen, over the last 3 decades, men have been relied upon more than women. You can argue whether that's good or not, as breadwinners and to lead things, to go out and conquer. And so it would be natural to assume that, sure, they may have puffed out their chests, they may have competed more aggressively, they may have to feel entitled to that next promotion, but I don't know if that's a bad thing.
But wait, I mean,
maybe the scales get balanced over time. It's okay.
But you say it's a pathology. I mean, isn't this just a function of evolutionary biology? I mean, someone's got to kill the mastodon, right? So aggression is necessary.
Someone's got to broil the squirrel.
Well, exactly, and frankly, unless we erase all gender differences, which I don't advise, frankly, men who are more, of themselves, more out there and conquering, this has been a mating advantage. So to suggest to men, hey, take a step back, don't puff out your chest so much. Well, you may not get dates, and you might not get the promotion, and your family might go hungry.
So, Doctor, my conclusion to your conclusion is this. Yes, we're more narcissistic, but don't look at it as a negative. Embrace the narcissism, right?
But what does that have to do?
There's the headline. There's the headline. Well, listen, I guess what I'm saying is narcissism isn't necessarily bad. I don't know, by the way, in the future whether women will turn out to be just as narcissistic as men as we erase the gender differences, something, again, I don't support.
Sure.
But the bottom line is, unless it becomes pathologic, unless you don't have friendships, unless people say this guy he doesn't have the talent, he just has the ego, it's not a problem.
Okay, so it's not, as long as it's not to the exclusion of everyday normal behavior, life, relationship, it's not a bad thing is what you're saying.
Would anybody buy this tie who didn't have a little narcissism in his heart?
Very good point.
That's a good point.
Very good
But enough
about
about you. Thank you, doctor.
Surprised you guys let me in this segment. Wow.
Because it was mostly about us 3 men.
Yes, it was.
Right. If you're Muhammad Ali and you can back it up, it's okay to be narcissistic. If you're Louis
Float
the
like a
Palmer in
butterfly.
Taxi, it's not okay.
Exactly right.
Dr. Keith, thank you. We'll see you next time.